Hello, my friends, and welcome to Post to Post. It's Neil here coming at you with another jersey history ranking from the NHL. This time it is the obvious Tampa Bay Lightning, a team with some incredible jerseys in their lineup. But I'm going to be honest, this was a really easy team for me to rank because their current branding, their uniforms, and jerseys, I think are probably their worst. So when I look back on their history, I just see a bunch of stuff that I think is better than what they use now. That is not a right opinion. Like I always say, there is no right or wrong opinion. Where it's all subjective. We all have different opinions, and everyone should like something different. It would be so boring if we all like the same thing. But that's not going to stop me from ranking these. So let's jump into it, and let's go through their entire jersey history, starting off with my least favorite and going to my favorite. And if you've been listening, you know what my least favorite is. Let's bring it up. It is their current home and away jerseys. So the actual template that we're looking at here is a very low quality template. Again, I said this in all previous videos when I do these. It's really hard to find good quality photos that I can legally use from a copyright perspective. So I have to go to the NHL Uniform Database website and kind of use these low quality templates. But you know what it is, okay? If you're watching this, you know what their jerseys look like. And we'll go from there. So this is technically the Reebok version of the jersey, but it looks exactly the same in the Adidas cut for the most part, other than the neck a little bit. But these are my least favorite from their entire history. And I think, if I did this a decade ago, this ranking would be a little bit different. And not just because there would be less jerseys, but because I wouldn't be so bored of them by that point. But right now, we're going on 12 years, I guess, of this jersey design. And it looks so similar to the Toronto Maple Leafs home and away jersey that I look back and I see some awesome, very creative, innovative jerseys, lots more black. And I think, what are you doing? You did it right all those years ago, and you're not doing it right now, from my personal perspective. So I look at these and I think it's time for a rebrand. It's time for a little bit of a branding change. And that's the reason why these are last. Individually, regardless of all the other jerseys, these are fine jerseys. I don't dislike them. I don't dislike any Tampa Bay jersey, actually. I just think that it's time for a change, and that's why these are last. Number 9, I put the 2007 home and away jerseys. Some of these jerseys I ranked individually, like the modern, or the most recent jerseys rather, but going back into history, I kind of included home and away together. This is one of those examples. And again, it's a fine jersey, kind of like the one that currently exists. This one is fine as well. I like the logo a lot better. That's the reason why it's ahead of the current ones. And I like the number on the front of the jersey. That's pretty neat as well. And lots more black. That's pretty important as well. Number 8, the 2014 alternate Bolts jersey. This is not one that I have in my collection, but I'm a firm believer if you're going to put text on the front of a jersey, like the Islanders or Colorado or the Rangers or whoever, Pittsburgh, let's use a word that's short, like Vegas or Bolts. I think that's kind of okay at that point because the letters are bigger, they're easier to see. This is a good example, so I'm okay with this. And it's ranked number 8. Number 7, the other jersey, it is the 2008 version of the Bolts jersey. I guess it was the original. And I do have this in my collection, and I'm a big fan of it, actually, because it's unique in the sense that it's got something that not a lot of jerseys have. And I'm not talking about the bolts on the front. I'm not talking about the lines on the inside of the jersey in the middle. I'm talking about the back of the jersey. If you look down below, you'll see Tampa Bay. I know it's a little bit hard to see on this concept, but it says Tampa Bay. On the physical version of this jersey, it's actually rubberized. And you do see that on jerseys like the Montreal Canadiens 100 Classic jersey. They've got years on the arms, and that's rubberized. And there are some other jerseys out there as well that use rubberized. But this was going back into the Reebok years where that was kind of rare. And so I like that jersey. It's just something that was rare about it. And from that perspective, I do like that. The jersey design itself, I think it looks better in blue than the black, the previous one. But it's all right jersey. Number 6, I put the Stadium Series jersey that we just recently would have seen. And I did have this jersey actually for a little bit. I did end up selling it. But this is it's a kind of a cool jersey. It's a bit ridiculous, but it's kind of cool at the same time. The font on the front is extremely stylized. That kind of angularity is replicated down below in the striping, I guess if you want to call that down below, or the colorization. The back of the neck is really cool as well. It's very clean up on the top of the shoulders, so it's a nice jersey. Number 5, 2018 alternate jersey. This was one of the only gradient jerseys in the Adidas cut. So far, at least. And I think they did an okay job at this, actually. You can see some rain maybe being replicated in this jersey. There is a lot more texture in this jersey than this photo leads on. I did own this jersey for a little bit, and it's a very nice jersey, actually. I kind of regret selling it. Number 4, I'm wearing it. The Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey. I think they just, like, this is an absolutely ridiculous jersey. Like, this section here, the numbers, like, you can barely even make it out. Like, it just looks, it's a ridiculous font. But it's just, it makes me so nostalgic, and I love the fact that they didn't care about being risky. They didn't care about what people thought. They went right back into their history. They picked the biggest meme jersey they have in their lineup, and they we're gonna reverse it. I just think they did a tremendous job. I don't care that it's a meme jersey. I think it's awesome. Number 3, well, it's the original jersey from 1996. It's the original Storm jersey, and this one is amazing. I wish I had this one as well. If they came out with this in an Adidas cut, just like this one, I would buy that just as quickly as I bought this, because it is tremendous. So good job on that one. Number 2, it was their first reverse retro jersey, the 1.0 series from 2 or so years ago. This was one that I did not buy when it came out, and I regretted that definitely. And I just think it's such a well put together jersey, from the balance of black at the top and the neck down below. It just balances perfectly with the black in the logo as well. The main primary color is blue, just all in that middle section there. The white balances very nicely. Just all over, I think this is a pretty much a perfect jersey, and I definitely regret not buying this one. And number 1, my favorite Tampa Bay jersey of all time is their original, 1992. This was, I was very, very, very young at this point, but I was watching hockey. I was playing hockey, growing up playing hockey and stuff, and I was a big fan of some of the teams, the new teams in the NHL, San Jose, Senators. Later on in the decade, in the early 2000s, got Carolina and Columbus and Minnesota, Colorado in the mid 1990s. There's a lot of really cool visual branding things happening in the NHL. So this jersey makes me totally nostalgic, brings me right back to my childhood, and that is why it's my number 1. Also, it's got a lot more black in it than they currently use now. So I'd be okay if they actually went back and used this full time. If they brought it back, didn't change anything, just brought it back in Adidas, I'd be in favor of this. Let me know down below in the comment section, what is your favorite jersey from the Tampa Bay Lightning? Would love to know. Like I said at the beginning, there's no right or wrong, so feel free to feel free to rank the entire thing if you want. I definitely read all the comments. So I appreciate you. If you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button, because we're talking Florida Panthers coming tomorrow. If you want to see that video, subscribe, notification bell, and if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Adios.